Hello, welcome to another video with Piggy History Videos, and in this video I want to talk about the Revolutionary War. So in the last video we talked about all the events that led up to the Revolutionary War. In this video I actually want to talk about the battles that took place in the Revolutionary War. So let's start. The first battle was the Battle of the Lexington and Concord. It was the first battle of the Revolutionary War, and the British forces were coming to raid Lexington and Concord. Paul Revere rode to Concord after Lexington was attacked, and to warn the citizens of the British's incoming attack. And that was Paul Revere's famous midnight ride. When he rode and he said, "Oh no, the British are coming! The British are coming!" And there's been a lot of legends around them, all that stuff. And basically, needless to say, the colonists won this battle because of thanks to Paul Revere, and it took place on April 19th, 1775. Okay, the capture of Fort Ticonderoga. It was a strategic fort that they needed to take, and this capture took place on May 10th, 1775. Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys. The Green Mountain Boys were basically a local militia from Vermont, and they captured this fort, the Fort Ticonderoga. And the Green Mountain Boys were also helped by Benedict Arnold. And as you know, Benedict Arnold, later in the war, he switched sides. He was to the British. He is known as a traitor these days. And so if you say you're doing an Arnold, that's like you're being a traitor. So his name is sort of in the mud right now. But he was actually a very intelligent and very highly strategic general. He helped the Green Mountain Boys take this fort by destroying some of the British garrisons. So the legends has it that the Ethan Allen knocked on the door of the fort and demanded a surrender, and seeing Ethan Allen's army, the commander of the fort, the British commander, just surrendered the fort. So all in all, it was a colonist victory. The Battle of Bunker Hill. Strangely enough, it actually took place on Breed's Hill on June 17th, 1775. Breed's Hill is actually near Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill is near Breed's Hill, but took place on Breed's Hill, but they named it after Bunker Hill. I don't know why. Both of these hills are near Boston, hence it was very strategically important since Boston was a huge trade city, trade port, and a very important city. And the colonists had built a fort on Breed's Hill, and the British were attacking the fort. And the colonists were low on ammunition, so the commander of the fort on Breed's Hill famously said, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes, because if you see the whites of their eyes, they're close to you, and so you have a better chance of actually hitting and killing somebody." So the British suffered very, very heavy losses, but they took the hill, so it was a British victory. But the British suffered so heavy losses that the colonists used to say, "I wish I could sell another hill to the British at the same price," meaning that if we had a fort on another hill and the British attacked us, I wish we could give the fort to the British but kill so many British people. So the colonists are very happy about this battle because they killed so much of the British army, but it was a British victory, and the British took Breed's Hill and had control over Boston for a little bit of time. Okay, so now this battle took place on June 17th, 1775. Now we fast forward to December 26th, 1776, the Battle of Trenton. This is where the famous painting of Washington crossing the icy Delaware River on Christmas night was painted. You know that famous painting, this one, where there's Washington crossing the Delaware River, has ice all around, and it's on Christmas night. Well, that's where that painting is from the Battle of Trenton. So what really happened is Washington crossed the Delaware River on Christmas night and attacked Trenton on the 26th. There was a Hessian detachment in Trenton, and Hessians were basically German mercenaries. And as you know, mercenaries are basically fighters that are paid, have a contract to fight. So they actually weren't they didn't care about the British cause. They were just paid to fight. They were mercenaries. So Hessians were just basically German mercenaries. The colonists won handsomely, and this boosted their morale. The colonists had been losing battle after battle, but this one really boosted their morale. They could win like this. So this is where the famous Delaware crossing, the Washington crossing the Delaware River happened. As you can see, this is the painting. This is Washington in his boat. He's crossing the icy Delaware River, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this because it's a pretty famous painting. The battles of Saratoga. So fought near Saratoga in on September 19th and October 7th, 1777. There were two battles. Benedict Arnold and Horatio Gates were the main two commanders of the colonists, and Bourguignon, I think, was the British commander. Not sure how you pronounce his name. Is it Bourguignon or Bourguignon? Was the British commander. It was such an impressive win for the colonists that the French agreed to help the colonists for the rest of the war. So before that, the French were like, maybe we'll help you, maybe we won't. It was such an impressive win, the French were like, yes, we'll help you through the rest of the war. Okay, now the final battle of the Revolutionary War, the Battle of Yorktown. This is where the British commander Lord Cornwallis surrendered to George Washington, the colonists' commander, and hence the colonists won the war. And the battle ended October 19th, 1781, and it was the last battle of the Revolutionary War. So that's pretty much the basic story of the Revolutionary War. I hope this was helpful, and this is Apikasani signing out.